south of France on our second episode of French cinema, culture and fashion. Today, we are taking you on a journey back to the 1950s and 60s to meet Brigitte Bardot.
And at some point during the movie, she did something quite revolutionary for the time, and that totally shocked the opinion because we people were not used to see women this way. So for this look, we took inspiration in the movie. Hi ParisianVibe! Welcome for this second episode of French cinema and fashion. After having taken you through Nouvelle Vague films and looks inspired by them, we're now taking you to the 1960s. So we are shooting at this amazing location called Bastide de Ganay in Provence to focus on one of the most iconic French women and actresses, Brigitte Bardot. We rewatched some of her films with ParisianVibe team. We selected a few of them and we are going to show you today how we reinvent some of Brigitte Bardot outfits in a modern way. So hope you'll enjoy it. Le Mépris is arguably Jean-Luc Godard's only film that could bring tears to your eyes. It is more than just a movie. It's often referred to as a piece of art set in beautiful Mediterranean landscapes. Brigitte Bardot plays the role of a woman named Camille, married to a filmmaker, Paul, who is using her to sign a deal for a new movie with Fritz Lang. This sets the psychic tone of the movie, where Brigitte ends up hating her husband, hence the title of the film, The Contempt. Her most iconic outfit of the movie is maybe this scene where she wears a striped shirt, a navy skirt and a navy cardigan. So we wanted to twist it a bit with pencil pants that she wore all the time in her daily life as well. We added a touch of ballerina pieces with the Repetto shoes that she loved so much. And this ballerina cardigan that is also a reference to her past as a ballerina. So, of course, there's the iconic headband and the iconic eyeliner as well, because that's part of the BB look.
Le cinéma substitue à notre regard un monde qui s'accorde à nos désirs. Le mépris est l'histoire de ce monde.
Okay, so now we are in Saint Tropez, a cute little village in the south of France that is widely associated with Brigitte Bardot's career, especially because it started all here. Saint Tropez's sublime landscapes, sunny climate and wonderful architecture were used as the backdrop of many movies since the Bardot era. We're here on the Place des Lys, which is the iconic square of Saint Tropez. It's where the old guys play pétanque in the summer. And today we're going to make a little tour of all the iconic places of Saint Tropez, of where Brigitte Bardot filmed her movies, and I hope you enjoy it. So now we're going to talk about the movie that launched Brigitte Bardot's career, Un God Created Woman.
We love the movie for its amazing scenery and sensual scenes with Bardot. In the 1950s, Brigitte Bardot arrived in Saint Tropez with her then husband, 20-year-old Roger Vadim. The town was relatively unknown, and so was Bardot. The film is about the complicated love triangle between two brothers and Bardot. She is in love with the one who doesn't want her, obviously. The film took lots of shots of Bardot on the beach at Pamplonne, and legend has it that the film made that beach famous.
It's a movie we selected in our top list of Brigitte Bardot's movies because of its beautiful scenery, of course, but also because of how independent and strong Brigitte Bardot's character is in this movie. At some point she dances with her bare legs on the tables in a cafe, she swims in the sea with her clothes on, and that totally shocked the opinion. For this look we decided to keep it as close as possible to the original, so I'm just wearing a basic shirt dress in a classic blue color, and I decided to add some gingham shoes to pay tribute to Brigitte Bardot's favorite pattern.
Another comedy on our top list is La Parisienne from 1957. It is said that in this film, Bardot is at her frankest, at her Frenchest, at her funniest. In this story, Brigitte Bardot is in love with womanizing Michel, and she decides to pursue Le Prince Charles, played by the 50-year-old Charles Boyer.
So for this outfit, we took another inspiration from the movie La Parisienne, in which Brigitte Bardot is living her best life, going to rich parties and stuff like that. And at some point during the movie, she does something quite revolutionary for the time. She takes off her wedding dress and goes running wearing just the corset she wears under that. So obviously wearing underwear as outerwear is now a very big trend in 2021, and we wanted to pay tribute to this idea that Brigitte Bardot had with this slip dress, ivory slip dress that you can totally wear even barefoot, just like me, walking on the beach or going to beautiful parties with some heels and some jewels.
Taken from the film La Parisienne, and not only did we enjoy the plot, the acting, and of course the outfits and Brigitte Bardot, who's absolutely beautiful in there, but also the fact that you can see Paris in the 1950s in color, so that's a really beautiful reason to watch it. We are moving on to another movie of our top 5 BB movie list. It's The Bear and the Doll, L'ours et la poupée, and it's a 1969 Brigitte Bardot romantic comedy by Michel Deville. Apparently, when asked about the films Bardot felt most attached to, she said The Truth, And God Created Woman, and The Bear and the Doll. Bardot plays Felicia, a high-spirited woman who tries to seduce a conservative musician's single dad called Gaspard.
This is actually the car that Brigitte Bardot drives in the movie from which this outfit was taken from, The Bear and the Doll, L'ours et la poupée, because we picked that film because of the pastel colors, the very uplifting mood, much needed at the moment. In this movie, Brigitte Bardot plays this usual character of hers, the wildly eccentric blonde, but for once, she wants to seduce a guy that doesn't want her back at the beginning, of course. So it kind of set the tone of a feminist message saying that women, just as much as men, should be allowed to go and seduce who they want and not patiently wait for guys to go and get them. So go watch it, it's very good. So for this look, we took inspiration in the movie Voulez-vous, danser avec moi. Dancing was very important in Brigitte Bardot's life. I mean, she literally started her life and career as a ballerina in the Opéra de Paris. And in this movie, she's cheated on by her husband, who would want to cheat on Brigitte Bardot, but that's another story. And she also stars in this movie with Serge Gainsbourg, who will become her lover years later, so that's funny. But what is really interesting about the looks in this movie is that it's the first time that she rocks gingham on the screen, and gingham, as we all know, was very, very, very iconic and related to Brigitte Bardot. It's a pattern that is really interesting because it's also always fashionable. I mean, it never got out of style. I really love this pattern because it tells a lot of stories and it can be worn in so many different colors. But you understand, right?
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have any suggestions about what kind of topics we should cover in the next episode of French cinema and fashion, please tell us in the comments. And also, if you haven't watched it already, you should definitely take a look at our episode about Nouvelle Vague. See you soon!